Nowadays, movies have become a more contentious and debated subject than ever, with many people in the deep, dark depths of the internet in places like Reddit, 4chan, and especially Twitter, always talking about whether or not movies have become too woke or not woke enough, or too focused or not focused enough on social issues. Some think that studios are pandering towards certain groups of people in order to sell more tickets. At the end of the day, Hollywood's an industry led by very, very smart businessmen. However, some people think that this focus on inclusivity and including everybody and giving diversity the shot that it never really had back in the day is a good thing. We wanted to have a go at settling this debate once and for all, so we asked our peers if they thought movies were too woke or not, whether or not they thought they went too far or not far enough. Here is what we found. Do you believe that movies have become too woke?
Sometimes they'll have unneeded changes, which change isn't necessarily a bad thing. Change can happen and it can be for the better.
I believe that most of the time nowadays, like, you kind of see, you don't really see much of it. That's the thing. Maybe it's just my movie taste, but from what I see, I don't see much of, well, what would you call it? Wokeness?
I believe it is. Does have its moments, definitely.
I think it was a couple days ago, I think it was like the Little Mermaid trailer came out. I think it was the actor and everyone was calling it about woke, and that was just awful.
But it's more to help people, if they have a reason to believe that, then surely they'll be on that company's side. It's sort of gathering people and they're sort of preying on the vulnerable, basically.
I believe that there are a lot of social issues at the moment, and in terms of film, I love creative storytelling. So I love watching a film for a story. So I wouldn't really like it when people are putting real life issues into film, because film is escapism for me. So I wouldn't really see that as really a necessity. So when people are doing it nowadays, they are interjecting their views into film. I'm not really keen on that, but I believe it is there.
I've seen media that does that and it really does enhance it. It's kind of hard to do right. Sometimes it feels like forced into the movie or the media or whatever you're watching, and it just kind of devalues it.
Now, this is ironic. I will say my favourite film and series is Aliens, and most of that series, if not all of it, has a female protagonist, so I love that. And even Resident Evil, I love that series too, female protagonist. In terms of like changing of the race and or sexuality or all those kind of things which make wokeism woke into film, I would say the main one is definitely Star Wars. I think that's incorporated quite well. That, like for example, in Solo, a Star Wars story, they had to have I believe a lesbian or a bi robot, and that was a bit confusing to me. I mean, the whole point was, robots are another species themselves. They don't have sexualities, they don't reproduce, so why would they have like a fondness towards a certain gender? I don't find that kind of enticing. It weirds me out. It breaks me away from the creative storytelling and brings me into the real world issues, and that's unfortunately one of the series I wasn't really keen on.
As you can see, we haven't really settled the debate here. It's still going to be a massive ongoing thing with many other subsections of politics and online discourse, such as the culture war bleeding in. Inevitably, everybody is going to have an opinion about this, but I feel this has been refreshing, hearing other people's opinions on the topic, and I believe we can all learn something from everybody's unique viewpoint. I appreciate you watching. This is us signing out.